So recently I got name dropped in the Belize exploit drama. And if you don't know what the Belize exploit drama is or whatever, basically there's this exploit that was recently patched where you could make your character's face and arms invisible, which was definitely not intended. But basically what this led to is like people using this invisibility glitch inside ranked games and stuff like that to make it harder for enemies to shoot their head or their body because you can't really see it. Which is definitely a problem. And Belize was one of these people that really exploited this, even on stream, and he got a 3-day ban because of it. And when people asked for my opinion about this situation, I felt like it was deserved. I felt like even when I first found out about this glitch, I was like, I'm not really going to use this. It's not really fun. It felt like to me is like it was definitely an exploit, something that I shouldn't really be dealing with, something I really don't care about. Do I really want to be showing this to my viewers or something like that? And that's what I said on my stream. And I didn't really expect to be in this drama like at all. But basically, I was sent some screenshots. And basically, this person, Sloth, high ranking, the finals player, were calling me out for using Gooship, which I think is sort of crazy, sort of funny. Like, I half believed that this was just rage bait. With this comparison. And I don't know what you guys think, but I don't think Gooship is very comparable to making yourself invisible in game. If you haven't seen like Is Gooship an Exploit video, you should definitely go check that out. That's where I kind of go in depth about what I thought Gooship was and what you guys probably didn't know about the patch notes and stuff like that regarding Gooship. And so yeah, when I first saw these screenshots, I was like, oh, like, do I really have to address this? And like, no hate to anyone who like talks about me or Gooship or whatever. But the one thing I hate the most about things like this is like misinformation. It's like I have to deal with people spreading misinformation about me. And then that in turn can lead to people thinking badly of me, even though they weren't even giving correct information, which is always a pain to deal with. But I plan to sort of clear things up with this video. I'm not really trying to like witch hunt anybody, but I do feel like I have to include the names just so I can hold them accountable and maybe force them to do more research before they start blabbering about me. But yeah. All right, let's start with the first screenshot here. Slop says, so the context being they're talking about the Belize ban or whatever. And Slop says people did Gooships for F's sake. I'm guessing Slop is talking about Gooships were a lot more exploitative than being invisible. Personally, I don't think that's true. I mean, you're invisible, bro. How are people supposed to aim for your head when they can't even see it? How can they see your arms if they can't even see it? Like if you break down the finals, the core of the gameplay, it goes down to just killing people, right? You got to shoot them. How can you shoot them if you can't see them? And I don't see how that's even comparable to Gooship, something that most people aren't even good at. Like, I was probably one of the most notable people using Gooship. I don't even think I've ever seen, like, I've only seen 1 or 2 other Gooships that wasn't from me, which is, it's kind of pissed me off. Like, why take my word for it when I've already gotten dev acknowledgement and everything? Like, after I posted my Gooship video, I got 1,000 multi-bucks deposited into my account. Just randomly. I didn't buy any multi-bucks or anything. I just got 1,000 multi-bucks after posting that video. And what I think what happened is like the devs saw my video. They just gave me multi-bucks for free. And compared to Belize, he got a 3-day ban. I got multi-bucks. Like, come on. Obviously, there's a difference between Gooship and this invisibility glitch. Why are you comparing Gooship to this invisibility? It just makes no sense to me. It's like Embark Rob talking about how cool the game is, like it's only in the finals you can do something like a Gooship. But anyways, yeah, that's my sort of rant on that first 2 messages. All right, let's go to the next message. Someone says, that's so different from making your head invisible, LMAO. I agree. Slav says, nah, bro, same concept. Game-breaking bugs. Gooship is a game-breaking bug. Bro, like, I agree, Gooship could be good. Like Gooship could be good, but like you're using 3 gadgets. Not only that, it just moves you from point A to point B. I'm about to crash out. If you look at sort of the entry level to doing these things, like if we consider both of them exploits, how much harder is it to make a goose ship compared to the invisibility bug? Goose ship, you have to use 3 gadgets, place them in certain areas, certain positions, and even then it might not even work, just due to server latency or how things break and stuff like that. The invisibility bug, you just have to put on some outfits before the game even starts, and then kaboom, you're done. You get invisibility for the entire round, the entire game. But all right, well, I'm sure Slav has some good reasoning. Slav says, I've watched EkaZo glitch boxes off the map, and what Slav is sort of referring to here is, like, there was a bug in the past where, like, if the vault was knocked off the map right when it was about to give the cash box out, or like right when the cash box is about to come out of it, the cash box would sort of get stuck out of bounds, and it just keeps returning to that position, making it a little bit difficult to get the box back into the map. And a viewer was telling me to do this, and I didn't even know this was a bug at the time. And I did it one time. I did it one time in a game, and Sloth was in the game, and he got pissed off. He got pissed off that I did that. I was like, bro, I've never done this before. I did not know that was going to happen. And also, it didn't even help my team. It didn't even help my team to win. We needed that box to qualify, which I thought was the funniest part. And I told him this on stream when he came to my stream and said, blah, 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 I hate you for this or whatever. I don't even know what he said, but obviously I feel like he didn't even watch the stream to hear what I had to say. He just left the stream, and then now he's just spreading all this information. It's pissing me off. It's pissing me off. I'm gonna be honest. It's pissing me off. But it's okay. I'm going to give Sloth the benefit of the doubt. He didn't see what I had to say. But still, I feel like if you're going to say something about me, you got to at least do your research and make sure what you're saying is correct. All right, well, let's continue. EkaZo did goose ships in a tournament. Nobody cared. I mean, yeah, I did do a goose ship in a tournament. I didn't get banned for it. Okay, I feel like when you say I did a goose ship in a tournament and no one cared, I feel like that should be one of the red flags in your brain. Is like, yeah, no one cared because people don't see it as like a game-breaking exploit. Like, what? Doesn't that make sense? If you think goose ship is an exploit, you're probably one of the only people that think so. And then Slav says, I think y'all just see Belize doing it and just want to hate. I'm sure some people are in that situation where like they just want to hate on some people. I feel like Sloth is sort of jumping through hoops to try and, I guess, defend Belize. I don't know what their relationship is. I don't really care. But I mean, okay, you don't gotta bring me into this or anything. I mean, at least do your research. I don't know if this is true or not. I feel like a lot of the top players in the finals sort of have like a vendetta against me for some reason. I guess it's because I try to do something cool with my loadout, or I try to play the game in a different way that people will notice or people will find it unique and interesting. And I guess that sort of pisses them off because all they do is play like a meta or some normal loadout. But I mean, I don't really hold it against them, bro. It's like they want the game to be a certain way. I want to play a game a different way, and it just doesn't sort of match up to their expectation. So I could see where sort of a conflict would usually come up. That's basically what I have to say about it. But I am getting tired of like reading misinformation. Like, I remember in the Discord, like in the finals official Discord, I was reading some comments or some chats, and someone brought up my name and saying that I was hard glazing TA in season 2 when I didn't even really say anything about TA. I was like, basically what I was saying in season 2 when normal TA was out, I was like, this game was actually pretty cool. They should probably change some things like this and this. If they're going to make it ranked next season, they definitely have to change this into this and stuff like that. And I feel like that person, I guess, misinterpreted what I was saying. And then he said, like, I was a hard glazer, or I was hard pushing for TA to be ranked in season 3, which was just not true. And when I confronted him about it, he was like, oh, yeah, I must have confused you for someone else. You wrote like 10 comments about how I was glazing season 3 for the past month. How can you be so sure, but then not be able to tell me what video you saw me saying that or what stream you saw me saying that? I don't get how people can be so confident in sort of the information they're saying, but yet have no source to back it up. I think that's just sort of how it's going to be when you're sort of a face online doing something that a lot of other people can see. You're going to have some people that sort of misinterpret what you're doing, misinterpret what you're trying to say. And then, yeah, I mean, it's fine with me. I know it's probably going to happen, but I think this was just interesting to talk about. Not something I thought I would be talking about in this video, but I wasn't even expecting to make this video until I got these screenshots. I was like, okay, let me just address these things. Maybe people won't get confused on what I was trying to do or what was actually happening compared to what this random person says about me. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe, updates. I am still trying to get that power shift video out, and I also want to do more stream highlights, so hopefully I'll get that out soon. But you know how it is. All right, see ya.